I'm aware this review is coming very late. I'm sorry, I apologize. I was ill. I missed my screening on Friday and I just haven't been able to check it out until now. But the intrigue of the Smashing Machine came from all the talk about Dwayne Johnson and how this could be his entry to the award season for the first time. Now, knowing Dwayne Johnson's filmography and what he's done in the past, I thought this was kind of absurd until all the trailers came out, and I was very much taken by it. I don't know who Mark Kerr is. I have no interest in UFC or MMA. So that is the only thing that really drove me to watch this film. And I guess how Benny Safdie fares on his own without his brother Josh for the first time. But I'm just going to say it now. I did not like this film. The Smashing Machine follows MMA fighter Mark Kerr as he tries to reach the highest point of his career, but goes through plenty of personal struggles along the way and how he juggles both. The film wasn't entirely what I expected. I was expecting the film to explore his rise up MMA and how he became one of the best fighters in the world and follow that story, but they do pretty much skip that after the first 10 minutes. He's already a very established fighter. I think I would have liked more of a rise. I'm so unfamiliar with Mark Kerr in MMA. I genuinely had never heard of him before the first trailer of the film came out, so I felt like the film expected me to know who he is already and what he's all about. I guess if you are an MMA fan and if you're a fan of Mark Kerr, you know the story, then probably going to get a lot more out of the film than I did. But for me, it just led to quite a messy narrative because they didn't really introduce anything. You were just expecting to know what was going on. I also don't know if there are many other people in the same boat as me who are so unfamiliar with MMA they don't know who Mark Kerr is, but maybe documenting that progression up the MMA ladder would have been really beneficial in learning the character and the eventual engagement in the story. We don't need to see him as a kid. That's not what I'm trying to say. We don't need all that. But just how he starts from fighting and going up, I think would be a lot more beneficial. I didn't find the story that compelling. It barely brought any emotion from me. Mark Kerr goes through many major personal issues like drug use and addiction and a struggling relationship, yet I found myself not caring about it really at all. The drug use wasn't introduced well enough. We barely see any of the usage happening, which is why I don't think I feel the effect of it. There are a lot of moments where, for example, Dawn mentions he had alcohol and drug issues. He was partying before fights because he knew he was going to win. It was just mentioned. There were quite a few moments where you just had mentionings of stuff. So you never really see the full effect of it, if that makes sense. Even when he passes out, all we see is Dawn phoning Mark Coleman. So again, it's just words of it, which I think is why I didn't have the full effect of it. Do you see how the drug and alcohol use affects his relationship with Dawn, which was a struggling relationship in the first place? There are a lot of fights stemming from each other's inability to fulfill the other one's needs and understanding each other, but I did feel worse for Dawn than Mark. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that's just how I felt, because not only is she not treated that well by Mark, she also isn't really treated well by the story either. I don't think that's Benny Safdie's fault. That might just be the story. Again, I haven't seen the documentary it's based on. I don't know the story. I just plain and simple never cared about the actual fighting. It's obviously a huge part of the film and the character. You see Kerr's inability to lose and how this affects his relationships with not just Dawn but everyone around him. We see so much time in the cage or the ring or whatever he's fighting in. The relationships he has with Dawn and Mark Coleman very much take the back burner. But these were the moments I was more interested in. I was more invested in. I would much rather have no MMA scenes at all and it just take a deep dive in these personal relationships. Now, I don't know how possible that is. I'm going to assume it's not that possible. I don't know what information is out there and they can use. I don't know. I haven't seen the documentary it's based on, so there might be more information in the documentary. I don't know. But if I want to find out more about Kerr, I think I'm going to check out the documentary over this film. I do think the performances are good in this film from both Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt. It's a transformative role for Johnson. I feel like if you didn't know it was him, it might take quite a while to figure out that it was him. The makeup is great in transforming him and helping him take him to another place, but Johnson is pretty good in this film, unpacking all these personal issues. The emotion, the struggle is always hard, and he did a great job with it. It's for sure his career best performance. Emily Blunt I really enjoyed as well. I think she was good. It felt like she gave a lot, and I felt all the emotions and struggles that Dawn had compared to Mark Kerr. and at times felt worse for her over Mark. Onto the Oscars, I think makeup and hairstyling has to get in. It would be crazy if it didn't get in. I do think it should win as well. Currently, the effect it has in enhancing Johnson's performance and fully transforming him to that extent is brilliant. I will absolutely be shocked if it doesn't get in. When you have makeup which transforms the lead actor into just a completely different level, it nearly always gets nominated. So I think they will nominate it. They know they won't snub it. I would currently have it winning. I think how disappointing the film is for a lot of people, combined with just some really great performances out there, some I have seen, some I haven't yet, might just hinder Johnson's shot at actor and Blunt's shot at supporting actress. I don't think they get in right now. Johnson has more of a shot because he's just taken a complete different direction in his career. It's a transformative role. It's somewhat unexpected from him, even though he is a good actor. That shouldn't be the main reason why he gets in. If he does get in, I wouldn't be surprised at all. But if I was an Academy voter currently, I wouldn't nominate him. But that being said, I haven't seen the other performances out there yet. A lot of the ones that are over him, that is worth noting as well, because also my mind might change in the coming months. I know my lack of knowledge and interest in MMA and Mark Hearn may play a role, but great films can really pique the interest and help you learn and gather an understanding of a topic in which you don't know anything about. And this one doesn't do that for me. I never felt engaged. I never cared about the film or the characters, and I just felt that was a massive shame. So I'm going to give the film 2.5 stars, closer to a 3 than a 2, simply because of the performances. I thought the performances were great. If you enjoyed the review, please like and subscribe on the socials. It would be much appreciated. And if you've seen this washing machine, what did you think? I'll see you in the next.